Go. Okay, we are live. Alright, this is not the game I was planning on streaming today. I wanted to go check out a different game, Active World, which is kind of like a precursor to Second Life. You can't stream Second Life on Twitch, but you can definitely stream as much Active Worlds as you want. That is just fine. But anyway, couldn't get it working. Laptop, technical difficulties. So, gonna shelf that one for a bit. What we are playing today is Pokemon Trading Card Game Randomizer. So this is one of those like ROM randomizers that there's a number of them now. Link to the Past randomizer is probably the best known one. There's I've seen people doing this. Was it Final Fantasy IV randomizer? Like free enterprise randomizer. I think there's like an Ocarina of Time one. I don't know. There's a lot of these randomizers out there, and this is one of them. And basically what it is it takes it leaves the regular structure of the game the same, but it randomizes all the stuff. So you'll have you'll have the cards. Same as they are, but they do different things than the base game. And sometimes that'll be good, sometimes that'll be bad. Okay, let's check it out. Game, doing some testing. So, just start from scratch. Enter a name. There's, yeah, that hasn't changed. Let's do something stupid. No. Wait. Let's do no. Alright. Your name is no. It's like first name, last name. First name, no. Last name, no. So it looks like your name is like in a different font. Given the... Yeah, like... Those, that N and that O are huge. Like 2 letters wide. Okay. Gonna go through... like, basic tutorial. Gonna kind of breeze through it. For anyone who hasn't played the Pokemon trading card game, should, playing a few things. I'm gonna skip through the actual like explanatory text and just kind of explain it as we go. All right, Sam, what are the basics of the game? Yeah, I'm just gonna skip all these and just like go by doing. Yeah. All right. Throw down. And, fortunately, and I did test this just a tiny bit, just to make sure it worked. Fortunately, because I'm pretty sure that even the cards for the practice round are randomized, so it's probably possible to get, like, a randomized set of cards that can't get through the practice game. But that is not what happened with this ROM. So, these are your cards. You can hit select to sort them, energy, 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 then Pokemon, then trainer cards, and you can hit start to look at them. Pokemon, they'll have a bunch of stuff of HP. You know, the important thing, there's, you know, weakness and resistance and retreat costs, like we'll get to. And then they have attack, the attack type cost, and, you know, we'll get through all the basic mechanics. But, you know, attacks that do damage. Our Goldeen has a horn attack that is 10. And then there's some stats and flavor attacks. That's unchanged. Anyway, let's look at, are you? To, button. Okay, Staryu's smokescreen is much better. Does 10 damage and, has a 50-50 chance of negating the opponent's next attack. So the way it works is, you know, like in, you know, your regular Pokemon video games, you have up to 6 Pokemon out at once, and one of them is a Pokemon that's actively fighting, and the rest are, they call it the bench. They're your, you know, reserve Pokemon. So, that's how it works. That's how you get your Pokemon set up. Now you have these prize cards, and in a full Pokemon TCG game, you have 6. In this, a lot of the, you know, to speed things up, a lot of the matches are to a smaller number of prizes, tutorials to 2. When you knock out an enemy Pokemon, you get a prize, and the prize is just a card, you put it in your hand, and when you've taken all the prizes, you win. Also, if you run your opponent out of Pokemon, then you win. Coin. It does save your game in the middle of you know, a game of cards with an opponent. So if you really want to cheese it, you can reset if you get a bad coin flip and, like, do something else. I'm not gonna do that, because, come on. Draw our card for the turn, which we just do. We have a bunch of options. Attacking is at the end of your turn. Pokemon powers, we don't have any of that, but that's just, like, special abilities Pokemon have that aren't attacks. We have check that lets you look at lets you look at stuff. So we can look at our opponent's Pokemon discard pile. So let's check out their matchup. Has 40 HP. Everything is in multiples of 10, so yeah, it has 4, but it's 40. Weakness, water, that actually matters. That means our attacks from water Pokemon, which we have, will do double damage. You know, retreat cost is, you know, we'll get to. And here's Machop's attack, and it is randomized, and in this case ended up with Leer, which is just a 50-50 chance of making the opposing Pokemon unable to attack unless you switch to a different one or evolve it. But it doesn't do any damage, so, or, you know, advance the board or anything. So it's basically just like a not very good stalling tactic. Also, you can see it says the defending Pokemon can't attack Rhyhorn. That's just something the randomizer does. it randomizes the attacks, but it uses the original text of the attack, the original description, which will refer to, you know, whatever, whichever Pokemon, you know, originally had it. So in this case, Machop got this attack randomized to it from Rhyhorn, which means that, you know, the text says Rhyhorn. It'll still, you know, it'll still work right, you know, in that, you know, in the code. It'll still mean the defending Pokemon can't attack Machop. It just says Rhyhorn because that's where it came from. Yeah, we are, it's ROM hack time. Okay, enough checking. What we want to do, go to our hand, we go back, check out, the Staryu, and see that little water droplet next to Smoke Screen. That means that we need a water energy attached to it to use its attack. So, go to our hand, pick one of our water energies, play it on Staryu, and then attack, use Smoke Screen. That does 10 damage, doubled to 20 because of being weak to water. And then, I believe the question mark means that, oh. Yeah, okay, there we go. A lot of stuff in this game goes on coin flips. Which, yeah, I guess is their attempt to implement the, you know, various random mechanics from the original games. It is kind of, it does make things kind of swingy. Although, something that's kind of funny is that having a lot of coin flips is paradoxically less variant than having a few. Because if you have a whole bunch of coin flips going on, things tend to even out over time. But if you only have a few coin flips, then, you know, if you have, like, if there's only, like, 3 coin flips and, you know, you happen to make 2 of them and your opponent makes 1, that's, like, a big difference. But if over the course of the game there's, like, 20 coin flips and, like, you know, you make 11 and your opponent makes 9, or you make 12 and your opponent makes 8, that's a lot less bad. That's a lot more manageable. So, yeah, that is a counterintuitive just result of probability theory, is that when you have a bunch of little random things, it ends up being less swingy, kind of less random than if there's only a few. Okay, let's see what we got in our hand. We have this full heal, which does full healing, which not useful right now. We have the Seeking, which we can drop on our Goldeen, so upper left, you know, level 1 evolution Goldeen. That'll, well, evolve Goldeen into Seeking. And Seeking also has the, you know, basic tackle attack. Also has Iron Grip, which is also basic. But there's really no reason not to evolve our Goldeen. We're not losing anything. And, we're gonna start powering up this Seeking for, you know, when we're done with Staryu, because, you know, we don't have a Starmie to evolve our Staryu, so Staryu doesn't have any extra attacks that cost more, so there's really no reason to keep powering it up. Now we can attack again, and all the stuff I just said and did doesn't actually matter, because we're going to attack again, we're going to kill Matchup. The opponent doesn't have any Pokemon left, which means we win. Pick one. Again, doesn't actually matter. Yay. We won the tutorial that we were supposed to win. I did have the original Game Boy Color version, non-randomized of course, of this, like when it was new. I still have the promo card that came with it. It's still in its packaging. I don't have it on me. All my old Pokemon cards are at my parents' house. Yeah, I looked it up. It's not actually, like, worth anything. I have a bunch of the old promos, and, like, none of them are really worth anything. But, you know, it's cool to have. Right, moment of truth. Give the cards to Dr. Mesa. What if Dr. Mesa just ran away with the cards? Just like, hey kid, let's make your deck. Give me your cards. Alright, that was fine. Well, I hope you learned a valuable lesson. Okay. Just, I mean, all these, you know, all the cards in these decks are gonna be, like, randomized. Yeah, roll credits. So, it doesn't matter all that much which one I pick, so I'm just gonna, like, run through them and, close my eyes, hit the button. Yeah, okay. Yay. Yeah, the card clubs, they're gyms. They call them card clubs, but they're gyms. Like, the game structure is, like, very... It's kind of a simplified version of, you know, the original Pokemon, where there isn't really, like... And there's basically just an overworld and gyms, but... The idea, but it is the same idea where, you know, you gotta go to the 8 gyms, defeat the 8 gym leaders, and then defeat the Elite Four. Go to lab. They've devoted a lot of, like, equipment and space to the Pokemon TCG in this game. No. The auto deck machine is not actually great. You're better off just building your own deck. This is probably actually good, because, like, we are going to want to change our deck around. And, like, maybe we'll get some, you know, Pokemon of a type that, you know, isn't grass, and we won't have, you know, the energy for it, so... It's also just a good way to... just, like, test things out. So, yeah, let's duel Aaron. Let's not do one of the fire ones, because grass. I'm trying to remember, I think there is a mulligan rule in Pokemon TC, but I think it's just, if you have no basic Pokemon, you get to throw it back and get a new hand of 7, which I remember, and it's been like 20 years, but I seem to remember people kind of abusing this by making decks with, like, you know, just 8 Pokemon, just pick the 2, you know, the two, or, you know, like 8 to 12, and just taking the, you know, best ones, just like taking, just like taking 4 of each of the best, you know, level, you know, base level Pokemon, unevolved ones, and just like mulligan, and just, you know, mulliganing until they hit the one they want. But, no. So, Nidoran seems pretty good. Paralyzed is just can't attack, if I recall. Poisoned is, poison is good. Poison is they take an extra 10 damage a turn as long as they're out. Okay, and we do have the 2 grass energy to power up our Nidoran. Also, it doesn't actually matter because we only have the 1. Yep, don't have any of those. Did it. Also, I have to wonder if these, like, lab tech games are rigged for you to go first. Okay, I'm glad we have a backup. Switch. Okay, so the trainer cards, you just play them and they do what they say. This switch card, the value of it is that if you want to switch your active Pokemon for a benched Pokemon, you have to pay a retreat cost, which means discarding energy attached to it. And this lets you not do that. Pokeball. 50-50 chance, do nothing. 50-50 chance, search for a Pokemon. So, means you get, you know, card selection. It's powerful to get anything you want, but the 50-50 chance of doing nothing is, like, not good. Got Nidoran, okay. Weak to... Alright, so no weakness or resistance here. Flail... Oh, wow. That's, pretty good. Fortunately, we can only get up to 20, because he only has 30 HP. But, yeah, it could have been dangerous. Let's see what else they have on the bench. Staryu. Yeah, we've seen Staryu. Let me play Pokeball and gamble, see if I can get something. Nope. I recall Pokeball not really being a good card in the game proper. Got, I already played, yeah, we already played an energy card. Wait, can we play Vaporeon? No. Of course not. I should know this. Alright, let's... thing. Okay, nice. Get a free roll. Oh wow, yeah. Bill. It's 1 card and it draws 2 cards and there's no restrictions on it. You just play it and you're up a card. This was, at least in like the early days of the card game, this is where the real power was these ridiculous trainer cards that had no cost. There's nothing about a cost. They did, later on in the game's development, introduce trainer cards where you can only use one of, like, a special type of trainer card where, I forget what they're called, like partner or something, where you can only use one of that kind a turn, and they put the powerful effects on those. But, yeah, in the early days, you could just, like, go, you know, bill, and then draw into, you know, another bill, and then, like, play some, you know, power-ups. There's Professor Oak, which was, like, discard your hand to draw 7. And you could just, like, chain things. It was ridiculous. And, they eventually... And so you had decks that were, like, more than half trainer cards because you could just chain them and do very silly things. Eventually, they did... I think that this is gone now, but at one point they did introduce a restriction that you could only have a maximum of 15 trainer cards. Yeah. So, power up. Poison powder. Kill. Poison doesn't actually matter. I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on that's not really mattering. Yes! Oh. No. It's not what I wanted. Okay, got, this. Let's start powering up the Caterpie, even though it's weak. Alright. This says, this will have a 50-50 chance of doing nothing. If it does something, we'll have a 25% chance of just doing 20 damage, and a 25% chance of doing 20 damage and poison, which will kill Staryu next turn, which, if they don't get another Pokemon and play it, will end the game. So, there is a 25% or less chance. I guess 25%, you know, multiplied by the percentage of their deck that remains that is not basic Pokemon of winning on the spot. Anyway, let's find out. Right. Alright, step 1, successful. Step 2, successful. RNGesus take the wheel. Oh, never mind, I forgot how this works. It's, end of my turn, not end of their turn, so it's just straight 25%. Anyway, we did it. I'm probably gonna boot up MTG Arena later, and it'll be like, nope, you used up all your luck. Yeah, we get boosters. This one, I believe Coliseum is there's a few different kinds of boosters, and they don't correspond to the booster packs in the actual paper game. But, Coliseum is one of the types. Also, look at that Pikachu just looking head-on. Oops. All energy. Well, there we go. This is how it is. This is what we get. Also, the, type system is simplified. There's like 6 types. There might only be 6 gems. We did it. We really... We didn't really do it. We did very little. Right. I forgot about this menu music. It's like kind of decent. Anyway, let's open up our deck. Look at what we got. We got one fire type. Very silly. Yeah, so it's mostly water grass. Alright, so first thing, I'm gonna have to actually like look at these cards to see how, you know, good they are. I'm definitely... Oh wow, this Flareon has a lot of attacks. Your opponent shuffle their Pokemon from their hand into their deck, and then draw new ones at random. So this just, like, does a whole lot of nothing, really. It doesn't put them down on cards. It doesn't affect the board. Oh, this one is... This is one of the ones that, like, Charizard... Every kid thought that Charizard was, like, a really amazing card, and it wasn't, because it took so much in terms of resources. You know, you had to evolve it up from a Charmander, and then you had to get 4 fire energy. Not just any 4 energy, they all had to be fire energy. And then you had to discard 2 of them to use the attack, so you couldn't even use it again next turn. And then finally you got to do your 100 damage, which was just overkill in a lot of cases. I forget how to... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm still getting used to, like, controls. Anyway, first thing first, take out the Flareon, because, like, it's our only fire type. Put in Bill, because Bill is amazing. Gust of Wind, I remember being pretty decent, because it lets you pick, pick out benched Pokemon that aren't, that are weak, and just snipe them. Maybe not, though. It does cost a card, and, like, a card is a lot. Revive, card selection, not card advantage. You get back dead Pokemon. I think I'd rather just have, like, a good Pokemon. Also, we just don't have a ton of options. Oh, energy. Taking out these fire energy. Increasing the grass and water. Also, at this point, we don't really have the option of playing anything other than grass and water Pokemon, just because of the lack of energy cards and other types. Maybe if we had something, like, really good in one of the other types that only used, like, 1 energy of that type, then maybe we could swing it, but, like, probably not. Yeah, you get some fun images, like Jigglypuff with tongue wrap. Jigglypuff, not known for its tongue. Maybe this is like Jigglypuff cosplaying Kirby. Kangaskhan, relatively beefy for what we have access to. Having 50 HP means that Kangaskhan could also, could potentially, like, do some actual damage off of Rampage, because, like, it can accumulate those counters. And also, you just, like, kind of expect your colorlesses to be, I suppose these would be normal type, but, you know, neither they're colorlesses. Anyway, you'd kind of expect those to be, weaker because they can go in any deck and use any energy. So, just gonna stick with the basics for now. We don't have a lot of options. Oh, we can also rename it. Boy, we got a lot of... Got a lot of letters to play with. A lot more than, not more than no's name. What should we call this thing? Let's just call it boring shit, and also see if this game has, you know, a Nintendo word filter. This game did have multiplayer if you had, like, infrared/link cable. Alright. Okay, cool. It'll let me call it boring shit deck, because it is, like, pretty boring. Also, we have one save slot called Diary. Have a card catalog that lets us look at our cards. Status. Master medals or badges. Alright. Oh, wait. Configuration can speed up the message speed. There we go. We have this to save backup decks. Get deck, you know, preset recipes. I'm gonna use my own judgment. Alright, tell us about the auto deck. Okay. Yeah, it just gives us, like, list of decks that it can make for us. If we have the cards, which we don't. Here's the, list. And, here's the machines for the different metals. We can activate it off the gems. Science. Okay, so it looks like there are 8. The way it works with the type system is it just, like, collapses different, you know, multiple types and regular Pokemon into the 6 types in the card game. So, like, Ghost Pokemon or Psychic Pokemon in TCG. And, I'm sure there's an exact list somewhere, but, like, you know, birds are normal type, or flying type. I don't remember the type system. Anyway. See if the professor has anything useful. I'm not reading books. No, man, come on. Just, like, explaining things. Alright, let's check something way better than books. The internet. Hey, Doc. I think he's watching me read his email at his computer. And probably harvesting my password for later. Okay, so you can keep dueling people for boosters. So you can just grind boosters if you want. I remember Card Pop. It was if you had, you had a Game Boy Color and they had a Game Boy Color, and you pointed the, you touched infrareds, then you would get a random card and they'd get a random card. I remember my computer when I was, when I had this, it had an infrared port. I never figured out how to do anything with it, but like as a kid, I thought that maybe there was some way that like I could infrared my Game Boy Color with my computer to try and like get free card pops. Because I didn't know anyone else with the game, really. Yeah, I never got it working. Also, even when I did have a game with the infrared capabilities and a friend with it, it was always just really hard to actually make the infrared connection work. So, yeah, didn't get to pop with my friends. Okay, this is the important thing, which is boosters. Got these are, strong attacks, but like having to draw all of the right color is kind of a thing. Blizzard is also, it's, again with the type collapse, it's ice rather than water. Was ice a separate type? I don't actually remember. But, Blizzard is not something you think characteristic of Gyarados. But, yeah, I'm trying to remember in the original, like, video game, because there were a lot more types in Pokemon the video game, which, I mean, it's reasonable that they changed it for the card game, because, like, that would be a pain to have, like, your card pool split among, like, 15 different types. Eradicate, average 10... Gale is, like, kind of funny, just, like, chaos, but it is 4 energy for 20 damage, which, there is a double colorless energy, which is worth 2 colorless energy, so, like, it's not necessarily that bad, but, like, still, it doesn't seem great. Professor Oak, there we go. This is the good shit. You can just, like, if you have Professor Oaks in your deck, you can just, use a bunch of trainer cards and just, like, vomit out your hand, and then Professor Oak refill. Nidorino, toxic. Actually, I want to do something for. I'll find some. See if I want to try something. See if it works. Yeah, I'm losing frames because I'm like trying to look something up online. Totally going to be worth it. Okay. Off the sound. I knew I'd find it if I looked. Alright, this cover is not great. Yeah, someone should make a better chiptune cover of Toxic. Honestly. But yeah, here we go. Not just poison, but double poison. And Mega Punch is just like a basic ass attack. That's kind of cool. Also, unfortunately, I think we don't have the right version of Nidoran. Magnemite. This is not even like a good defensive ability. Like, defensive abilities are not great. Thunder Punch was always amazing, because it was like, 2 energy for 30 damage, 10 damage to yourself would already be, like, pretty decent. It's a good rate, and, having 50-50 of just straight up doing 40 damage for 2 energy. Like, my recollection is that in the, early Pokemon TCG meta, like, Electabuzz, which originally had Thunder Punch, was pretty good. We could actually play this just on, just as a, generic Pokemon, because it doesn't use... The attacks it happen to end up with don't use any fire energy. Not terribly powerful, but there's probably some, something we could cut for it. It seems bad even if we could use it. Abra. I believe, I'm trying to remember what Sleep was. I think it was another coin flip one, where like, every turn you flip a coin, and if you win the coin flip, your Pokemon wakes up, otherwise it can't attack. Potion. Just press enter. Go. And, yeah, here's the guy. Guy sends us mail. Dr. Mason. Turn back that sound on. Go to our deck. Buy it. That didn't actually give us any Magikarp. Rattatas. That's probably going to happen a lot early on. We're going to have evolutions that don't evolve from anything we have. I'm going to add Ponyta just because, like, it's fine. Okay, it's not, like, good, but a lot of our Pokemon will be... Oh, we do have male Nidoran and also Nidorino already, so like that's pretty good. My recollection from playing the game when I was younger is that for evolution, you wanted to have like, if you wanted to evolve something, you wanted to have 4 of the basic Pokemon and like 2 of the evolution, like 2 or 3 depending on how important it was to get it. But you wanted more of the basic, because like if you draw the basic without the evolution, that's not the worst, you still have a basic Pokemon. If you draw the evolution on its own, that's just like not, it just does nothing. And then for the second level evolution, you'd usually have like 1 and, you know, some way to draw to it. Oh, this one is nice because it scales. You can just like keep, you know, keep putting energy on it. Also, it's just fun to think about these Pokemon just unleashing these nonsense attacks that don't make sense for that Pokemon. Like, oh, Tangela? I don't know. Oh, Tangela. It's like, I know what to expect. Nope, wrong. Eggs. Oh, what's randomized is the attacks, mainly. So, like, you can see it says this attack does 30... If Coin of Fed, this attack does 30 damage plus 10 more damage. If Tails, this attack does 30 damage, and Nidoking does 10 damage to itself. So, like, this attack originally belonged to Nidoking. And they just, you know, plopped it on Tangela, and then Nidoking will have something different. I think Pokemon hit points are also randomized, and probably weaknesses, resistances, and retreat costs. Like, I don't think Tangela was weak to Psychic in the original, or had 80 HP. Anyway, this one's good. We have to cut something. Metapod seems not amazing. Not great. Not a lot of just like not great things. I don't even know about this Ponyta. I just like put it in because I could. Discarding energy cards is pretty good, but like you really gotta work up to it. Seeing if any of these other ones are able to work off generic. Definitely not right. Nope. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for... I don't know, probably, you know, I mean, till I get bored, probably. You know, maybe another, like, you know, hour or 2. Like, I'm not doing the, you know, 7.5 hour stream thing again. But I do want to do some, like, you know, kind of substantial sized ones. Just a Meowth. Oh, wow, card draw. Nice. Yeah, no, thanks for stopping in. Don't feel like you gotta, you know, be a completionist and, like, show up to everything and watch everything all the time. Like, honestly, I, you know, appreciate you showing up at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna poke at these, you know, stuff for a bit. Deck building. Find something that looks bad and take it out. First aid. Move 1 damage count. Cat punch. Oh yeah, no, I wasn't implying that it was like some big, you know, effort on your part, but like... No, I just, you know, just being appreciative. Is Vaporeon even worth it? Oh. Into all of it. Including damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna cut these, cause, like, not really worth it. Like... Okay, I'm gonna go see what's up in the big wide world. Got bunch of clubs to look at. These are all like pretty straightforward, yada yada club, fighting club the dojo. I do appreciate that they at least like made this island like have features. Like little, you know, water club being on its own little sub-island. Actually, how big is this area supposed to be? Is this like a continent or just like a little island you can ride your bike across? Fire Club. Fire Club is like in/on a volcano, which really makes it more of a magma club, a lava club, but, you know, they can do their thing. Let's check out the Pokemon Dome. Place is nice. Oh, wait a minute. Print? Wow, there's, Game Boy printer connectivity. Actually, I'm curious if this emulator has, like, Game Boy printer emulation. That would be kind of... Also, you'd probably have to boot it that way. There's some way to, like, fool it into thinking printer. that is pretty funny that there's Game Boy printer support. There's a dictionary. Not gonna read it. Too long, didn't read. Also, back in the day when you had to actually, you had to actually go on a computer to check email. That's how you know it's a retro game. The Plate of Legend. That sounds like the most expensive. That sounds like if you went to the Pokemon Dome, like, restaurant, and you really wanted to, like, spend. You really wanted to get something nice for probably just yourself because you're going to the Pokemon Dome and, like, watching people play cards. Like, you're probably by yourself. But at least you can, you know, spend all your money, get the Plate of Legends, which has, like, probably, like, 5 different things on it and costs $40. Probably isn't even that good, just expensive. Beat the Grandmaster. Do we have a rival yet? I feel like we need a rival. No. Mysterious voice. I feel like this is just the professor just doing a voice like, "You have not won all the master medals! Leave this place!" That was more like Bane. Nobody cared who I was. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's just that's hack. That's not. I can do better. Barely. Okay, so we got these extra places other than the gyms. Yo, they're called clubs. I'm gonna call them gyms because that's what they are. Let's check around. I have played this game. I just don't remember it. Oh, it's a tournament separate from the clubs. Thanks. Welcome to the gift center. Okay, this is the card pop, probably. Okay, so this is the connectivity stuff. Gotta do something else to get emails. Oh, you can't challenge someone across the table. That's unfortunate. I wonder if it's on a timer. Oh, hey, this is Pokemon trading card game for the Game Boy Color, but it is a randomizer, so like all the everything about it is randomized. So well, not everything about it, just the you know, the card stats, the card abilities, and, like, numbers are all switched around. Also, watcha! So I exit this. Yeah, this is one of the more obscure ones. If we're being honest, this wasn't a mainline Pokemon game at all. It was a spin-off of the Pokemon trading card game, and it actually implements it, like, pretty faithfully. Yeah, it sounds like it's, yay. Feature match area. Also, it looks like they only have that one table, which is, like, not very efficient way to run a tournament. I want to go in that door, but I can't. I wonder if that's one of those doors that just, it's just there and they don't let anyone in. Anyway, can't do anything there. Go to Question Mark's house. I'll try to get in an actual, like, Pokemon game battle to, like, show what's going on. Okay, so this is just, like... This is just the library. Wait, let's see. Any cards in the plant? I don't know why I thought that would work. Let's go... to... Let's go to Psychic Club. Yes. Yeah, Psychic... Oh, Ronald. This must be our rival. R for rival. It's short for Rival Arnold. No, it's not short for that. Yeah, I call myself no, because they let me. Yeah. Yeah, this game is structured very much like real Pokemon. Yeah, this is... It's gonna do that sometimes. Right, now we're getting an exposition dump if you didn't get the point in the tutorial area. Yeah. Just explaining, hey, this works like a real Pokemon game, except with a different... Except with, you know, no overworld traveling and, like, no real storyline and a different mechanic for fighting people. No. Ha 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 ha. It reminds me of one of those, like, Go Animate videos. I'm actually glad that there's no cards in that plant, those plants I checked, because, like, then I'd have to check every plant. Very humble lad. Hey, Robert Bob. Yeah, let's duel. I don't think there's any penalty for losing a duel. They just laugh at you. This is... I see why he's a ghost Pokemon guy, because he has dead eyes. Robert... The light is not on in there, I can just tell. I would feel bad saying that about, like, a real person, but this is pixels. Right. Got... But yeah. Yeah. Just play Tangela. Bench the... Put everyone out there. More prizes. Let's only put one benched out, so if they draw. Lost flip. Ditto. I wonder what Ditto does. Actually, I did wonder what Ditto did, because it's all randomized. I feel like normally Ditto would have the Ditto ability, just like copy the opponent Pokemon. But, like here, it just randomly got Tail Wag from Eevee. So that's what it's got. Opponent flipping well. see what the opponent has. Oh. Okay. That Super Fang is actually kind of going to do a number on us. Because it's got a lot of HP. Not that Zubat. At least Zubat is low HP. Unless all damage is prevented, you may remove 1 damage counter. See, it doesn't change it works correctly, it removes damage from that Pokemon, but like it uses the Pokemon's actual name in the description. So sometimes it tells you can see where it got the attack from. Anyway, I don't remember if there's a hand limit. I don't see any. I think there is. I don't know why there would be, but they did just take a lot of stuff from Magic for no reason because it was the 90s and there weren't a lot of good templates. Anyway, going to use Bill, which was like secretly the best card in the game. It does that. I could just dump just play. Wait, let me check. Yeah, okay, I do need a grass. Grass. Then I have no extra. I just have energy. So broke. You can see how this is the trainer cards were where the real power was. Okay, see now I have potion to heal up when I need to, and Kingler I can't really do anything with. Nidorino. Okay, so I can't evolve my Nidoran yet, but played my energy for the turn. Oh. Just take a look at what I got. Caterpie and Nidoran. I guess I'm done then. Anyway, I'm gonna keep playing, I'm gonna start playing more water energy on Tangela because I don't need that for anything. Yeah, Jigglypuff is not great, but I'll play it anyway. To evolve Nidoran. Actually, let me check. Okay, I'm gonna have to build up to that, so that's something to be aware of. So I'm gonna save my grass energy for that and play water energy. I've been doing just bad on the randomization. Yeah. Okay. Dump 'em. Please. See what this Thrash does. Okay. I'm gonna keep powering this up. It does 30 on average. Yeah, I'm gonna gamble a little. I should probably not be gambling a little. Oh. I should have checked the weakness, because, I could have just killed it there. Well, use the potion. I don't want to play my other Caterpie, because then I won't have, like, any room left. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna start on Bruno. Use this, because, like, there we go. I only need one hit. Oh, now it's working when I don't need it to. But, I don't want to have a backup plan. So I'm gonna start, promoting the bench. Okay. I was actually considering retreating because of, like, how close dead Angela is, but I have a move point. This. So let me check weakness. Alright, weak to electric. I believe the weaknesses are also randomized. So, like, you can't just go on, instinct. Okay. Well, I wanted to, like, make absolutely sure, because I'd have to hit 2 out of 3 to actually get the kill in that case. Life. Amazing. Does he only have Zubats? I just realized that. That. Oh no, he got meowed. Try that again. Like, ride that Tangela. No, the abilities of the specific cards are randomized, but yeah, every card of a type, yeah, every card with the same name is going to have the same ability. Okay. Oh, I'm one prize away from winning. I mean, it kind of makes sense that the early enemies are just super easy. But, yeah. Still, I was overthinking this. And that's all 4 prizes. So, that's... By being bad, also not having any ghosts in it, apparently. I don't think the decks are randomized. But, the cards are. They'll have the same, I believe they'll have the same deck, but, just made out of different cards. Anyways, what we get for beating this guy... We get an energy bar. Now we get a booster pack with cards. Ooh, super potion. Costing an energy card is, like, kind of unfortunate. Hopefully... So I really need this energy bar, but I don't want to be, like, chewing on mic. Yeah, ideally you pick up enough just, like, extra card draw that you're not really worried about, like, card advantage too much. Extra EVs would be good. We do have, a Vaporeon, but it's not very good. Flareon, I think, was pretty okay, but costs a lot of fire energy, and we can't really support that. And this stuff... We are kind of tied to the types we started with for a while until we pick up more cards. Oh, this was the Flareon. Oh wait, no, Flareon was bad. Flareon was not very good. Kakuna seems fine. Oh, extra boosters. I don't know if we have any Bellsprouts, but anyway, doesn't seem very good. Not great. Conversion 2. So, Pidgey just can't attack, really. Just does this nonsense. I guess, like, maybe you could use it to stall for a long time. Probably not the word. Oh. Now for the fun part. Oh, the game will let me call it boring shit dat. We even have Weedles. So we even have Bellsprout. Even want... Okay, Metapod seems good enough, and it is better to have more of the lower level evolution. Engler's not even great. We don't have any Staryus. A bunch of stuff that, like, we don't have pieces for. Dugong, take these out, because, like, Seal is not great, and, like, the odds of actually getting to go Seal into Dugong are also not great. Then... Oh, full heal. Why do I have full heal still in the deck? It's not good. I'd rather just have these gusts end. Wait. I guess I'd rather just have the extra Caterpie just fall wet. Maybe not this time. Yeah, I was gonna go beat the guy anyway, so... I wish there was some way to get alerts of when we had mail. Let's, check out this gym. I mean, club. It's a gym. Yeah, there we go. The psychic leader just standing in the corner. That is pretty funny how, I mean, it's appropriate to the psychic club that they'd all be like following this guy who just stands and stares at the corner, and they're like, oh wow, he's so wise in that corner. Oh yeah, the audio thing. Yeah. I think what it is that it just does those like raw waveforms, and they're not band limited. And like, yeah, those speakers, they didn't have good frequency response, so it didn't really matter. But yeah, like accurately emulated, it does go, you know, the frequencies just like go all the way up, because there's no filtering. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's ever like tested the actual like frequency response and like distortion, you know, of Game Boy, you know, or Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance speaker to like accurately emulate that. Which is kind of surprising, honestly, because that seems like something emulator people would be into. Huh. Yeah, now I wonder. I think that, like, someone got, like, actual good, like, audio testing equipment and, like, ran a test signal. That would be, like, an interesting, you know, option. Okay, this place is clearly, like, full of weirdos, but they're status-obsessed weirdos, so we need to... I'm sure there's, like, an order that you're required to do things in that they don't tell you. So, yeah, no Psychic Club. Let's, get some Wawa. No, the Water Club's the cool place to hang out, apparently. Thanks, Pappy. Was that a dad joke? I also want to see what this guy looks like from the front. Oh, turn back around. That's better. Although, from the sprite, I didn't realize... Okay, I actually misread that sprite. I thought that, I guess this is just, like, the hairline of a balding man. I thought it was one of those, like, God, what are those hats they have, like, in the Middle East? Like, you know, the white hats with the band around them, that, like, Lawrence of Arabia hat. I don't know, I thought it was a guy in, like, a hat like that. Ah, this I remember. I remember I'm a Kuni, question mark. She's not super surprised. The question mark is part of his name. That's why there's 2 question marks. I think one of the Vinesauce streamers uses that name also. But anyway, yeah, this is where... This isn't actually where it's from. Imakuni was an actual, like, Japanese, you know, talent. He was, like, a Japanese, comedian, like, one of those guys that shows up on the talk shows and, like, is just, like, famous for being famous. One of the clubs. Stands out. Wouldn't be too hard. Maybe shouldn't go near him. I think there might have been actual, like, promotional Imakuni cards. You don't use fire Pokemon cards. Eh. I don't know if I actually have a Lapras. Oh, nope. I wonder if that's the only way to get Arcanine. Maybe. Oh, Amy did. Mood. Well, not having anyone to duel. Yay, mail! And with mail... Somehow you can send booster packs through the mail. That tip about the damage swap probably just doesn't apply because of the randomization. And the weakness thing also. God. We got self-destruct, and then a different kind of self-destruct. That is the most relatable Magneton. Like, well, I'm not a run-trick pony. I have 2 things I do. They're both self-destruct. Oh, one's just a double-sized version of the other. Well, that's underwhelming. Like, having to evolve a Pokemon is a cost, because you need to draw both halves of that. So it needs to be worth it. Not great. Also, I love imagining an Onix just sniveling. Just like this, enormous rock snake just going, a blue, blue, blue. Also, I feel like Onix should have more than 50 HP, but randomizer. A lot of these randomizers, like, people race them. They, take a copy, they all make a copy with the same, randomized with the same seed, and like, so you can win it first, you can finish the game first. I don't know if people race this one. Yeah. This doesn't seem great. It seems gimmicky. Wow, this... Actually, this... Okay, it looks bad, because, like, you might just get nothing. It's... I mean, maybe, maybe if you can reliably just, like, dump your entire hand, and, like, at least have a 50% chance of hitting the jackpot, and if you don't, it's not so bad. I mean, I don't love it. So, this is... Looks like this... I think this one came from, like, one of the early expansions, and it was kind of their attempt to fix Professor Oak. Wow, this is bad. 50% chance of doing nothing at all. 50% chance of just putting you down a card. Like, maybe there's some, combo where you need this. Like, maybe, I was gonna say, maybe if you're, like, chaining Bills and Professor Oaks, then, you know, being guaranteed to draw into one would be good, but it's not even guaranteed. It's 50-50. Anyway, I don't like any of these. We're not using. Okay, so I want to see Imakuni because I haven't seen Imakuni since, like, this game on the Game Boy Color itself when I had it. So, I'm just gonna check out all the lobbies because I was told he was in one of the lobbies. That sounds like him. I remember this. I remember he had his own really, like, wonky music. There he is. This is Imakuni. Going with the Imakuni music for a while. The soundtrack in this game is, like, better than I might have expected. Cause it's not like an all-time classic soundtrack or anything, but you know, for what was kind of like not, you know, a high-profile, high-resource game, like, did a pretty decent job with it. Yeah, he's like this dancing Mickey Mouse guy. With clearly a big ego. Okay, this was definitely, this bit about the poker app. I wonder how much that was, like, a localized... I'm pretty sure I mean... I never actually looked into it. I always just figured that the poker app was, like, something 100% added in the American version of the anime. I've never actually looked into it. Maybe I'm completely wrong and there was a Japanese poker app as well. But my suspicion is that this line about the poker app was, like, a localized line that he, you know, said he'd sing something else in Japanese that was completely, like, different. Yeah, actually, I should, I'm gonna take a screen cap. I kind of want to, like, inquire about this later. Also, I don't know where it saves screenshots to. But I told it to, so there should be one somewhere. Yeah, but now I want to know what the line was in Japanese. I'll just, like, put it out there. Probably submit it to, like, you know, Mato, the Legends of Localization guy. See if he's interested in finding out. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Hey. Oh. Now... Okay. I said that there was no punishment for losing. I was wrong. If he wins, I dance. Alright, go for it. Oh, full 6. Strange life form. Also, look at that. Look at that strange man. Yeah, I would have said, you know, I would have said Shrek, but I think this actually predates Shrek. I keep forgetting which button is sort and which button is look at. This is bad. I only have Krabby to put out. I have Professor Oak, so that's something. Okay. Metapod does nothing. Oh, I only, see, he only has 2 out, and like, if I had something good to start, I could just knock them out. At least this does very little, unless he has, like, Professor Oak or something to discard energy cards. Or I guess if he had a different Pokemon and it died, and with energy cards attacked, but that's not the case. Oh, I also got 2 different, Mewtwo abilities. I think there might actually be multiple versions of some Pokemon with, like, different art. But for, you know, for each copy of the same card with the same art, the abilities are the same. Oh, it's another Drowsy. Well, that's the good news. None of his Pokemon do anything. The bad news is my hand is garbage, and I only got 1 card with it. I only got Krabby to start with. I have 1 Pokemon, so I would be in trouble if they killed that. So let's spin the wheel. I'm going to play this without playing an energy, even though I'll lose it, because I might want to play something better benched and put an energy on that. Alright. Let me see what this Krabby actually does. 10 times. Okay, so it does nothing if I'm not damaged. I don't remember what Confused does. Oh, I didn't think I'd be using this glossary, but... Oh. This glossary doesn't actually tell me what I want to know. Right, wow. Bonus damage. Stuff, which is okay. Grant, which is also pretty okay, and if I get a Nidorino, it's real good. Caterpie, no. I'm just gonna dump all these anyway. Let me see. Okay, Krabby does have a retreat cost. You know what? I'm just gonna ignore this Krabby. I'm just going to build up something. I'm kind of regretting that play with the not playing my energy, but I'm gonna live with it. Start building up this Nidoran. Pass. Problem here is that Poison Powder is double. This is double water, and I'm a little short of those. I'm gonna start building up the bench. Oh no. Now... That's an actual... thing. I just have another Caterpie, which I'm not even gonna play. Let's see what this Hypno does. It's worth letting Pokemon sit on the bench, even if you're not using... Well, there's value to having them on the bench, I should say, if you can, you know, evolve them, because you can't evolve them when you play them. Okay, well this is going to be annoying, but not, like, backbreaking, probably. Anyway, can't really do anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna sacrifice this Krabby, honestly. There we go. Slowpoke. I remember Slowpoke not being great. Anyway, what's his plan? Oh, hello. No. Okay, so I can't really play this right now because I don't have the third grass energy for it. But no, not weak to grass. Not really worth using the plus power because I don't get anything. The extra 10 isn't like that important. For potion, no. So poison in the abstract is better. However, I would rather stall a bit to try and evolve this Nidoran. So I'm actually going to use, well, it didn't work out that time because I would have gotten the extra 10 damage. But I was, you know, hoping to stall a little until I can get to Nidorino. Yeah, Venusaur, not actually useful. Try it one more time. No. Okay. Well, now I think I have to evolve whether I can do anything or not, because, good. Alright. Everything worked out perfectly. What? Oh, yeah. No, this is me being silly. I got the wrong Nidoran. Oh well. Make the best of it. Okay, I'm going to play this. Going to try and heal this up. Alright. Well, that's egg on my face. I might have to dance. Okay. Sure. That is a use of a card. Amakuni, you strange little man. Okay. This is the Nidoran. Oh, no space on the bench. What have I been doing? Okay, so I will continue fighting with this Nidoran. Eventually get it knocked out. Then I can put the other Nidoran on the bench and start building it up. Then evolve it into Nidorino. Okay, at least I got this poison going. I could have had the poison going a lot longer if I didn't think I needed to stall. Ah, poison. It's coming back to me. Poison is both turns. That's really good. Just gonna go with that. At least, like, does something. Can't retreat to paralysis. Attack due to paralysis. If I have plus powering. At least that Hypno's gonna be gone. Not the worst. Not great. Makuni is kind of ahead here. Yeah. Not the one I wanted. So it's not worthless to put water energy on it. Not great. Let me check if any of my benched Pokemon do anything, like, useful water energy. Not really. I think I'd honestly just rather put it on the Nidoran. Just, for the future. What? That's a card. You're spending 3 cards to draw a card. That's terrible. That's a card that was played. Well, it probably wasn't played, but that is a card that they actually thought anyone would play. That's very silly. Anyway, we got our first Pokemon power. Obro have Pokemon power. Oh, so it's, can soak up damage. If I get one of those Gust of Winds at least, that, you know, absorbs a bunch of damage onto it, I can pull it out. So that is going to be really... Yeah. I should probably just evolve it now. Paralysis versus the damage, but like, it's not, Drowsy's not doing anything. So I'd rather try for more damage. At least it does it all at once. It doesn't, like, show the screen every time. Not good. For energy on. I'm just gonna hold it. Alright, well, I'm putting damage out there at least. Maybe not gonna stick around where I want it. This is is going slowly. Neither of us have, like, very damaging attacks. Okay. We are halfway towards something actually good. Oh, here we go. Here's, let's find out what this does, but it is his card that's him with his face on it. Your active Pokemon is now confused. Imakuni wants you to play him as a basic Pokemon, but you can't. A mysterious creature not listed in the Pokédex. He asks kids around the world, who is cuter, Pikachu or me? And that's all, like... And all that extra stuff after your active Pokemon is now confused, that's just part of the card text. That's not, like, flavor text. So... Okay, that's what confusion does. If you hit Tails... Oh, wow, yeah, Tails, you just hit yourself for 20 instead of... Wow. Yeah, and you just stay that way until your next turn, or do you just stay that way? I guess we'll find out. Don't do anything with any of these. Really. Potion. A little premature. Right. Now. Well, next turn with the plus power, we can guarantee to kill that thing if we want. There's no real reason, given, yeah, probably not worth it, given that it's, like, got a decent chance of just confusing itself out anyway. Like any of this stuff. I don't even want to use a potion on this, or plus power, because, like, why? Like, the way I actually win the game is probably with that Nidoran. See, that's why I wasn't so worried. It's actually probably better that Hypno was out. Defender, not a great card, I don't. Okay, now we're doing it. Because, Nidorino has Mega Punch for 50. That Slowpoke has 60. I'm going for it. Oh, Jigglypuff retreats for free. That's nice. So, we use plus power. Just Mega Punch. Oh, that was a waste. I should get in the habit of, like, checking weaknesses because they're randomized. So I just use the plus power for no reason. Okay, see, I'm glad I was, saving my extra energy. Okay. Oh, Slowbro is resistant to grass. That's, not gonna matter, really, because it's down to, you know, last HP. Also, Slowpoke is weak to it, and Slowbro is resistant to it. Randomization, folks. It works that way. Oh. Yeah, I probably should have just not filled up the bench like that. Anyway, that Mega Poison thing seems like pretty great, so I'll load it up. Also, if I need to retreat, and I'm not sure what the retreat cost is. Oh, 2. Yeah, see, if I need to retreat, I can just discard the water one. Okay. Yeah, Toxic is kind of amazing. It gives double poison. So it's, yeah, like 40 damage right away. Then doesn't even matter if I get paralyzed. Hypno's just gonna die to the double poison. Okay, well, there we go. Now I can start doing things. Actually, let me see if that Kingler is even good. He's just so excited to like, okay, yeah. Aura Beam, good. Worth. Fender, eh. The other cool thing about double poison is it doesn't care about weakness resistance. Oh. Get another advantage of double poison. Where's that? And green energy card moved around. I think Pokemon powers stay the same. Get bit. And do this. So good. Well, double poison doesn't actually matter. Or have Pokemon power? I don't really want to use that right now. I do want to use is... Oh, I'm running low on cards in my yeah, it's fine. I have 10. Double poison. All the power of poison, plus all the power of poison again. Gust of wind. See, that'll be, like, actually potentially useful. Not now, but later. Or... okay, yeah. Yeah. Dinosaur. Then if I really want to, I can start moving energy off. Venusaur, but I really don't, because, like, Nidorino is just very good for me right now. Speaking less, though. Oh no. And now I just get to do this. Yay. Oh, it just gives us a normal pack. I was hoping I'd get I'm a Kuni pack. Angela is good. I'm gonna put another one in. Other stuff. Bill is important. Bill is the most important card to get. Computer search is interesting. You do give up a bunch. You do give up 3 cards, but I think there are times when it's worth it. One of the times when it's worth it is when you have just like one combo you're trying to execute. If you're really like devoted to trying to evolve up a Pokemon, and, you know, trying to get up to that, like, especially those, you know, secondary, you know, those second level evolutions, then you can run fewer of them and, you know, discard the evolutions you don't need to get the ones you do. Another time it's good, which is the actual situation right now, is when you just have a bunch of garbage cards and you can throw them away because they don't matter. The champ! Not that champy. Yeah. Not even that great. Like, you gotta get... yeah. Dang. I have that Ponyta that can use colorless, and then just use colorless. Not very good, though. Energy search. Energy search. This is good. You can just replace energy cards with energy searches, and it does 2 things. First off, it you know, very slightly reduces the amount of energy you draw because you take them out of your deck, but that's marginal. The important thing is that it can be any type of energy. Bees. Oh, I'm a Kuni, you're so generous. Yawn. Fly, that is pretty fly. Oh, it's from Flying Pikachu. There were a lot of, like, alternate Pikachus to Pikachu. I could actually just, like, run this if I was running the EVs, but the other evolutions I have just aren't good. And that's just a randomizer thing. Like, there are probably randomizer seeds where there's multiple good EV evolutions, and you just, like, run them. What? right now. Fine. Oh, I remember Mysterious Fossil. This was an interesting mechanic where there were a number of Pokemon that evolved from... Instead of evolving from another Pokemon, it evolved from a Mysterious Fossil. And Mysterious Fossil, you just put it on your bench and it just lay dormant. That's just a lot of text. Expand. Expand and yawn. Thanks. So good. Energy removal themed. Oh, actually, I remember this now, where that was part of, like... part of the just... you know, just utter brokenness of early Pokemon trading card game, where you were, you know, drawing all these cards, and then you could, you know, spend... then you could use, you know, the energy removal for free to, like, keep your opponent from developing. And, like, you just... if they were, you know, using Pokemon that didn't have, like, basically one energy attack, so you could just kind of keep them from doing anything. Is this all the boosters types? Evolutions. Why? Cool. You return it to your hand. There's a lot of, like, interesting things going on with a lot of these cards. Which is, you know, interesting but not good. Asleep, I remember being like a coin flip to wake up between turns, so you can't really lock people with it. It was fine incidentally. Oh. Coughing. Using. Okay. Yeah. Nah. Doesn't seem worth it. What an unusual man. Jeez, Metapod. Caterpie Metapod isn't even good, and like... I want to just get rid of them, but I really, like... probably just need them to fill up the deck. Kingler is, like, okay, but Krabby is not great. Just all these things... Oh, wait a minute. Steel Dugong, are those actually good? Steel is not good. Dugong... Dugong actually seems worth it. Which of these are... Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, like, here there's multiple Jigglypuffs, and they're differentiated by level. And, like, same with these Meowths. Like, this Meowth is good, this Meowth not. Also, I think this Meowth has its actual original attack somehow. Search. We'll take the computer search. Energy, I can cut 1 energy because energy search. Okay, now I can cut some chaff. Dugong seems worth it. Krabby Kingler. Only the 1 Kingler. Goldeen Seeking. Goldeen Seeking seems bad. That's an easy cut. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur seems fine. Caterpie Metapod also seems not great. Got these, got the Nidoran that I don't have an evolution for, but, like, it's fine on its own. Anyway, I get to cut 3 cards. That's also, like, an important mindset thing, is, like, it's not you have to cut cards, it's you get to cut cards, because the cards you're cutting are your worst cards. So you get to cut your worst cards and then make your, you know, your average deck better. I'm gonna cut this Caterpie Metapod set and, add... not that. Add something on top of... where one of these was able to use some colorlessness. Also with the energy search, it's easier to use some off-type Pokemon. Probably just have to, like, take one of these less good trainer cards. I'll just take Gambler. It'll probably not be super good, but it will be funny. Yes. Go. Everything is in. I can rename it because it is no longer the boring shit dat. It is now the... we'll call it the less boring. Also, I'm surprised that Nintendo didn't get a word filter on this thing, because this was something where, you know, you could... there wasn't netplay, because that wasn't really a thing then, but, you know, you could actually do multiplayer with someone else with the, you know, Game Boy and the cable. So... surprised that they didn't get something... also, it was a Game Boy Color, so they just, didn't have a lot of room to work with, programming-wise. Alright, let's save the game. Still no medals won, but, this is pretty neat. I mean, the randomizer aspect is a little, it's pretty tame compared to, you know, some randomizers. It's still kind of, the game still kind of basically feels the same. Or at least, you know, the same as I remember. But it's kind of nice, kind of nice getting back to this game again. Because, like, I do have fond memories of it, and, you know, of also just the card game in paper. It was kind of the first game I really, like, try-harded at, and, like, you know, looked at decks online. So, Yeah, I was like the one, you know, the one 11-year-old on the playground who was net decking. And, yeah, that's an important experience. So let me see if there's anything in this painting. Man, no, just Dude, let me check the email, see if the professor's like, oh, you saw Imakuni, I'm so sorry. Nope. Well, that's kind of a, you know, basic exploration of Pokemon TCG Randomizer. Might, I don't know if I'll do a full playthrough. I feel like I kinda got the point, kinda got my nostalgia out. You know, maybe I'll, you know, I'll maybe keep it in the rotation, pick it up again, like, when I feel like it, but not just, you know, go straight through. Yeah, it's gonna be it for this time. Gonna be it for this week. I'm trying to do, like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday afternoons. Just, you know, try that out, see how it feels. You know, pick it up again next week. I've been enjoying the whole streaming thing so far. You know, thanks to everyone who came to check it out. Till next time.